Imagine a world where forgetting things is almost impossible, where your mind does not feel chaotic, overloaded, or lost, but calm, organized, and razor-sharp. For centuries, the Japanese have practiced a method of remembering that is so simple, yet so powerful, it can transform the way you learn, think, and store information. Today, you will discover the Japanese way of remembering everything, a method that doesn't just work. It changes who you become. Modern life is noisy. Our brains are constantly attacked by notifications, messages, ads, stresses, responsibilities. We live in a world where everything is available instantly. But nothing stays in the mind for long. We read quotes, and forget them. We learn lessons, and forget them. We make promises to ourselves, and forget them. The brain wasn't built for the overload of the digital age. But the Japanese found something different. A way to protect the mind, anchor knowledge, and turn memory into a calm and beautiful ritual. The first principle of the Japanese method is called Shikan Shōnen. Only the things truly seen with the mind are remembered. It means this: you don't remember because information is important. You remember because your mind has fully touched it. In Japanese culture, whether it was a samurai memorizing strategy, a monk memorizing sutras, or a craftsman memorizing his art, they all followed the same rule. Pause. See the thing completely. Feel it. Then store it. Memory is not an accident. It is an act of presence. Right now, when you learn something, your eyes see it. But your mind is somewhere else. Shikan Shōnen teaches, bring your mind back. Look with intention. Let the brain absorb the moment like ink into paper. This alone doubles your memory. The next method is incredibly simple, but shockingly effective. In Japan, many students and monks use a technique known as the Kioku Bako. The memory box. Here's how it works. Whenever you learn something important, a quote, a lesson, a fact, a skill, you do not store it all together in one messy space in your mind. You place it into a mental box. Imagine each topic being a small wooden box in your mind. One box for life lessons. One box for names. One for goals. One for work. One for things you want to remember long-term. When the brain knows where something belongs, it holds onto it much more powerfully. This technique uses the Japanese belief in organized simplicity, that the mind, like a home, should have a place for everything. The samurai used this to remember strategies. The monks used it to remember teachings. Students use it to remember complex information. Memory is not about strength. It is about structure. The memory box technique gives your brain that structure. This is the heart of the method, a ritual that makes information stick permanently. In Japan, there is a principle called Sankō. Touch something 3 times to make it yours. The idea is extremely simple. Day 1, learn it. Day 2, review it. Day 3, use it. That's it. But this rhythm is powerful because it perfectly matches how the brain grows memories. Day 1, the knowledge is fresh. Day 2, the knowledge becomes stable. Day 3, the knowledge becomes part of you. Students in Japan have used this method for decades. Martial artists use it to remember techniques. Businessmen use it to remember strategies. Monks use it to remember scriptures. The rule is, if you don't use it within 72 hours, your brain will throw it away. But if you follow Sankō, your brain treats the information as important. And important things are never forgotten. The next method is known as Kakitori, the Japanese art of rewriting to remember. When Japanese students want to remember something deeply, they don't repeat the words in their head, they write it down slowly. Not typing, not speed writing, not scribbling, but slow, intentional handwriting. Why? Because writing forces the brain to recreate information in a new form. This makes the memory stronger, more permanent, and more emotionally connected. Scientists now know this is true. Writing activates 3 memory systems at the same time. Visual memory, motor memory, language memory. The Japanese discovered this centuries before neuroscience. A simple practice. Every morning, write down 5 things you want to remember. A lesson, a quote, a goal, a priority, a truth. Do it daily. Within a week, you'll feel your mind sharpening. The final principle comes from Zen monks. They say the mind is like a garden. If you plant too many seeds, none will grow. But if you plant only a few, and water them daily, they bloom beautifully. The Japanese method works because it focuses on less information, more depth. Western learning is, learn everything. Japanese learning is, learn one thing deeply, and it will teach you 1,000 more. Memory grows when the mind is calm, clear, and simple. This Japanese method is not magic. It is discipline, it is presence, it is simplicity, and if you use it, your mind will become stronger, calmer, and sharper. You will stop forgetting. You will stop feeling mentally scattered. You will remember what truly matters. Because the Japanese way of remembering is not just about memory. It's about a better life.